Well, everybody, I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Currently watching the Leeds United and Harrogate Town game. Some goals, obviously, from Rutter and who was the first one? God, I'm being tested now. Junior Firpo. We've been told earlier on this evening that Junior Firpo might not be going to Real Betis. Apparently, Betis are struggling to agree terms with Leeds United, which is positive for the Whites going into the back end of the season. Still getting used to this snooker pure head. Snooker sort of like cue bit on the end of the pool cue. What do you reckon, everyone? Are you liking it or are you hating it? I've seen in the comments it's 50-50. You've seen this haircut before anyway. At least I've got a hairline. That's the main beneficiary of it. But yeah, Leeds playing really well here. But I'm really excited, actually. I'm on here to discuss something a little bit different. The Firpo thing's absolutely massive. I know this is going to be after the game, so you guys are probably going to see this in about 10 minutes' time. But the big thing here is I've just seen an article from the Sheffield Star, Danny Hall, who is the Sheffield Star's pretty much main writer, and he said that he's expecting at Sheffield United's Jayden Bogle to miss the game tomorrow. I believe it's against Chesterfield, to potentially go for talks with Leeds United. Now, we know this is a thing. Evidently, a third bid has gone in by Leeds United. Maybe they've listened to my video earlier on, who knows? But there we go. It looks like he's set to miss the game tomorrow with a view to discussing a deal with the Whites. We know this is going on in the background. This would be massive. Leeds have played so well tonight, just in complete control. I've loved seeing Crew. I've loved seeing Nonto. Nonto and Somerville have looked so sharp. I know it's Harrogate, but Harrogate respectively doing well. Carl Darlow as well has actually looked good, playing the ball out from the back, which is quite nice to see. As I'm looking at the game now, Joe Gallart's just had a pop save by the keeper in that number 10 role. But it's fantastic to see, everybody, that we're now looking at a scenario where Jayden Bogle could be coming to Leeds United if terms are agreed. Now, reports were suggesting earlier that terms were agreed, and it was all about the transfer with Sheffield United and Leeds United actually being agreed, but the wage structure was agreed, which is massive in this period of time. So yeah, it looks like he's potentially going to be coming to Leeds United, having discussions tomorrow, which is really good news. I'm really excited about Jayden Bogle coming to Leeds United. As I've mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of him. Listen, in the Premier League, there was definitely periods of time where I'd think to myself, you know, yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a nice little addition. Even in terms of a replacement, a direct replacement for Luke Ayling, I think it's almost perfect with that Luke Ayling Bielsa era, really, in terms of that just bombing on fullback. Has he got deficiencies? Hasn't everybody? Hasn't everybody at this level? You know, we can talk about Sammy Schmodics. Sammy Schmodics this, Sammy Schmodics that. Well, Schmodics comes in and he's going to block Perot. They're the two exact same profiles. Callum O'Hare comes in. Well, how's he going to get in front of Rutter in the 10? It's not going to happen, is it? So, look, the stipulations with everybody. Callum O'Hare, is he that good on his weaker foot? Questions there, 100%. Would he work in the Premier League? Questions there. I know I've said that Callum O'Hare, I believe, would work in the Premier League, but there are definitely questions there, 100%. Especially with that dodgy accent. You know, he's a Midlands boy. Suddenly he's speaking in a Cockney accent. Very weird the other day. But the point is, everybody, that there is stipulations and problems with every single player at this level. They're not the complete player. And even in the Premier League, everyone, even in the Premier League, are they the complete player? But the biggest thing what Leeds need to see right now is a projection. You know, where's the trajectory of this player? You know, and when we look at someone like Jayden Bogle, he's played Premier League football, massive, 23 years of age. Athleticism for me, you guys will get bored of me going on about it, but athleticism in football is so big. If you're in the Premier League, you've got to be physically combative, and you've got to be athletic. And that is exactly what Jayden Bogle is. And if Leeds were to move into a back three, I keep saying this, it would absolutely work to Jayden Bogle's strengths. And if we were to yo-yo for a couple of seasons, which hopefully, touch wood, we're not, but in the Championship, there is an argument he's the best right back in the division, 100%. I would rather have Bogle than Max Aarons. If you were to offer me that last season, Aarons or Bogle, I'd be going Bogle all day, genuinely. But I didn't think that was on the cards. I didn't know his contract status. I didn't know what was going on with Sheffield United. Now, Danny Hall, Nathan Hemmingham, my friend at Sheffield United Live, who's now left the company, is working for the BBC, have all been doing pieces. On, listen, Jayden Bogle. this, that and the other in potentially missing the game with Chesterfield tomorrow because of conversations with Leeds, and all the comments are littered with, oh, Leeds, not Leeds. And suddenly Sheffield United fans, some of you are absolutely fantastic, of course, and you would be anyway, but there's a lot of Sheffield United fans who are backing out on the conversations and the opinions that they were having about 2 or 3 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks ago when the first conversations about Bogle potentially leaving were coming out. It was dismay. You know, they knew that he had 12 months left on his deal, but when Leeds were sniffing around, the biggest club in Yorkshire, it was a different conversation. They were thinking, no, because he's a massive asset. And it's good because we're asset stripping of some of the biggest clubs in this division. And Jayden Bogle is top 3 in terms of their players. I don't care what is being spoken about him defensively. That can be improved with good coaching and a good system. Jayden Bogle, ability-wise, is Sheffield United top 3. 100%. 100%. So, great news for me tonight. I'm watching my side in about the 86th minute, 2-0. We've looked dominant. Listen, Harrogate are not a bad side. They're not the side they were 2 or 3 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago. They've climbed the football pyramid. And Leeds, with the greatest of respect, have looked completely dominant. Completely dominant. Great to see Rutter get on the score sheet. Junior Firpo as well, everybody. We've not properly touched on that. Apparently negotiations, according to Spanish outlets, aren't proceeding like Betis wanted them to be proceeding. We know that there is an eye from Junior Firpo on Betis, but I mean, of course it would be. You know, it's Seville, it's a beautiful climate. Betis are a very good footballing team. Is Pellegrini still there? I'm not sure. Pellegrino, I should say, still there. But it's an excellent institution in the top level of Spanish football, playing against Madrid and Barcelona, and back to where he once was, where it all went well for him. But if he can stick around, if we can get Bogle in, I said this yesterday, and I'm looking at him on the ball now, you know, you can keep Nonto, obviously you've got Rothwell in there now, but Nonto, it looks like he's just had a strike, good save. You've got Strauch and Roden at the back, Bogle in there, Firpo, the dynamic of the side is very strong. And there's an argument, if you are able to replace that number 8, the side could be even stronger than last season if you keep hold of Crysencio on the right-hand side. But we've seen Chambers in this game. I believe we've seen Luke Thomas as well. But it's good to see Gelhardt been involved as well, everybody. Gelhardt's looked incisive, but Willie Gnonto and Somerville have looked different gravy. They really, really have. So, exciting times. We'll wait and see what happens, obviously, with Bogle. But, yeah, good to hear Danny Hall saying that. You know, Danny Hall saying that apparently there's movement there and he's going to miss the game tomorrow. As I've said, I'm pretty sure it's Chesterfield for Sheffield United, but he's going to miss that game. You'll probably see Jamie Shackleton starting, which, look, even if you were to ask a Blades fan, who would you rather have at right back for a promotion charge, Bogle or Shackleton? Look, there's one man they're choosing, and it's not Shackleton. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, everybody. I'll catch you in a bit.